So this is aliasing, if you've not seen it before. This essentially says, take the original contents of this function, put it into a variable, and then we can overwrite the function, and then you just have to call the variable and it will run the original contents of the function. So it's a way of overwriting without getting rid of everything. You don't. Also, if other people have written code that alters this in some way, you're not just completely bypassing their code. It's still included. So it's a good thing to do. Let's see. Okay, so now when this thing runs, open the gacha scene, it should scream the ID at us, and then it will tell us we're using gacha and that it won't show the store. But then I would like to have an actor here with a regular store and just say, look, it still works. So regular store, good, and then this. Okay, well the store did run, so obviously something's not right. Let's see if we can figure out what. Oh, use custom shop, that's... Oh, I console logged, or I tried to console log this, but I didn't actually check the console. So maybe I should console log using Gacha Machine, and I'll get rid of that. Need that. Nothing. So that makes me think that this isn't even running. Let's look at the game interpreter and see what command 125 is. Maybe we got the wrong number or something. Game interpreter. Okay, so where's the store? Let's see. Else look. I could probably just search for shop processing. Oh, was it not one of these? Command 125. Why was it overwriting change gold? Okay, that's obviously not the right thing. Almost there, I think. Battle process, shop process. Command 302 it should be. Alright, let's see if that's any better. 1. Can't read property 0. 61, line 61. Oh, hold on. Alright, 302 does have params. Goods. Interesting. Good. Let's do that as well and just see what it's given us. This could all be just tripe. So let's see what we're getting from this line. Oh, still got one open. Got an array of 5 things. Ah. While the next event code is 605, push current command parameters. Prepare next scene goods params 4. Let's see what 605 is. I'm not seeing that anywhere. Okay. Goods is that params. Goods push this command. Parameters. What's this command dot parameters? Yeah, we're just scoping out, trying to find out what we've got to work with. All right, it's the same thing. It looks like. Wonder what that is. So we've got this at least. It stops the store from loading up because we're using the flag, but then we just forgot to change that at the bottom. Okay, so 302, call that. So using Gacha won't load the shop, and then this just loads the shop like normal. I have 2 different machines. Oh, make that ID 2. See, it's only got 2 ice, and then it runs out. I'm just going to add a little friendo over here that gives you money. Okay, so there's still a lot of work to be done here to get the goods. I might just copy this. Params 4. so this is doing something to goods. I'm not sure what, so we'll see. Zero. Using the game interpreter. In the shop's inventory. What was it again? Command 302. Oh, it's maybe rushing it down into a short list. Potion standard price. So 0 is item, 1 is weapon, 2 is armor, 1 is potion, 2 sword? Price type, standard price or custom price, I see. So that's item number 4, regular price. It's using the art symbol, which is bad news, because I think that's how it used to be handled in Ruby back in the old RPG makers. This params 0. I think that returns nothing again. I think that's broken. Maybe not though. Console.log this.params. Is that just this thing? Undefined. Alright, so excuse me. Is that item 4? Let's check the database. Item 4 is ice. Oh, interesting. This is the second machine, which just has 2 ice. And it's showing up as 2 ice. Okay, let's check the first one. Ah, looks like we've maybe got it then. Lots of fire, lots of ice, and then fire 2. So I'm gonna write some code to make this a bit easier to work with. I'll say I will get goods like this because it's the way it's shown me to do it, but then I will pass goods into a function and get just an array of items or an array of data class and item ID, which is data class item ID. How have I done this in the past? Setting up these sort of data things. Is this going to shout at me again? Yeah, gacha day is not defined. It's this that I was looking for. So set up just as you would with a normal variable, and then say if it already exists, use that, but if not, then we'll just make it an empty object. Okay. Let's see. Make goods array. I think I can just do it like this. So can I do for each of these goods, do the same thing. So gacha data is going to just be a container for the machine data and some functions I want to use. And then when we're saving, we'll just save the machine data and then load the machine data. And then we'll use the variable here just to run some functions and whatnot. So I think that's lowercase you want to be doing for these. Does machine data exist? Gacha ID. So how do we do if the key contains key? Object.keys. Includes. Maybe that's good enough. So here, we want to check this pretty quickly. So if we're using the Gacha machine, check if machine data has been initialized. So that's if gacha data dot does machine exist, and then you pass in the ID. So we've caught the ID here, but we're not actually doing anything with it. Using gacha, maybe we'll roll that into this as well. gacha data dot using gacha machine. Just set that to something. Gacha ID. So in here, we can just gacha data dot gacha ID equals that, and then gacha data dot using machine equals true. You could do something like just get the ID, and then if the ID is not 0, then that means we are using the machine. But it's usually quite good to keep the code readable, and I think it's just going to be a bit more readable if we use a variable like this. Gacha data dot using gacha machine. And these don't need to be saved because we probably want to be initializing that upon load anyway. I don't think you can save while inside the scene. So does this have data? If it doesn't, then we're going to initialize it. And a part of me does want to turn this into separate code, but I'm not really too familiar with the interpreter, so I think it's probably a safer idea to just have all of this in here. So now goods should be holding the array of all the items. Let item array equal gacha data dot make goods array, and we pass in the goods. So we're going to loop through each element in the array. We'll call it a good. Data class ID, I'm going to call it data class ID. This is going to be like 0, 1, 2, I think. And then it'll be item ID is good 1, I think. And we don't really care about the rest. The rest is to do with pricing, which is just specific to the store. You know what? I want another parameter here, or another argument. Cost per play, something like that. Of gold. So now when you're setting up a machine, you also need to tell it how much it costs. We'll say it's only 50 if you want to play that one. But this is a chance of getting player 2, so it's 100 for that one. Oh yeah, so we want to have an array set up for putting data into. So let's say goods array equals is this what we want? Maybe it should be an object. Nah, it's fine. and return goods array. So let's just see, after we do this, we will console log the item array. Here we go again. Can it before it has been initialized? Where did I do it here? Let's see. I've got it underneath all the plugin stuff. Is it this? Is it all this stuff? If I just make these variables, would it then be okay with it? Or is it still gonna break? Still breaking, huh? It's in the interpreter as well. Oh, this could be a problem if the interpreter won't let me do anything with this. Um, Surely if I just replace this with global variables, it should have the same problem still. Okay, put all that back in. And I'll just have to try and debug what this means. Reference error. Access variable before it's been declared or initialized. Before the line where it's defined. Let's just eliminate this, see if it's still got a problem or not. Does. Huh. Did I just do that? Weird. Is it var and let? Is that the problem? Oh, weird. Okay, now I'm really interested. Why is okay, but it's not okay? Hmm. Okay, well that's interesting. Var gets moved to the top of the code and it runs that first. So I'm guessing it is something like maybe the interpreter is maybe running very, very early so it can translate your events into code. And so maybe that's why gacha data wasn't um, was throwing an error. But yeah, okay, I'll make it var. This makes me think maybe there should be a better way of doing this then, but if we start to see slowdowns in this very small script, then it's a big problem. I don't think it will slow down too much though. Wonder about a really big project, who knows? Maybe something someone can get back to me with. Anyway, let's keep going. So if this is going to run now, let's see.